This story is about a man who has two mysterious girls in his house. Now we will see what those girls do with that man in today's story. The story begins and we see a couple who are in love with each other in the morning. The husband's name is Evan and the wife's name is Karen. Now they were doing their program when their two children came with a cake. Today was Father's Day, so the whole family celebrates Father's Day together. After this, Karen says that today we all go to the beach to have a picnic. But Evan had some important work, so he says that I will not be able to come with you. Then a man named Lewis comes there, who is Karen's assistant. Here we see that Karen is an artist, and she had to present her work in an art gallery in a few days. That's why she gives her work to Lewis. Then after a while, Karen leaves to go to the beach with her children, and Evan is left alone at home. Evan was an architect, so he starts completing his project. Then it gets dark while working, and after a while, it starts raining heavily outside. Then after a while, the doorbell of Evan's house rings. And when Evan opens the gate, two girls are standing outside, who are completely drenched in the rain. One of them is called Belle, and the other is called Genesis. They both tell Evan that we were going to a party, but that cab driver accidentally left us here. In addition, our phone also broke down due to the rain. So can we use your phone? Evan says yes, absolutely. And with this, he calls them inside his house. He gives them a towel to dry. And here Genesis looks at the iPad and tells him that their location is very far from here. Then Evan books an Uber for them, but the cab will take 45 minutes to arrive. Then Genesis asks him that can we dry our clothes here? Because we will not be able to go to the party in this condition. Evan agrees to this and also takes their phone from them, which was broken due to the rain. After which he puts it in a box of rice. After this, he makes coffee for them, and while their clothes were drying, they listened to songs. Here we also find out that Evan was a DJ before, and after seeing such a good music collection he has, both the girls are very impressed with him. After this, they start talking, and when Evan tells them that he is 45 years old, both the girls are surprised to hear this because according to his physique, he does not look 45 years old at all. Now they both start sticking a little more than Evan, so Evan feels a little uncomfortable and he sits away from them. After this, he checks the cab again, so now there were only 20 minutes left for the cab to arrive. After this, Evan tells them about his wife and also shows them the art he has made, which they like a lot. Then Evan asks them about him, so they both tell him that he is an air hostess, and every night they have fun like this. Now both the girls were trying to get close to Evan again and again, but Evan was also a very strict boy and he starts keeping them away from him. After which these two girls go to take a bath again. Then after a while, Evan sees that their cab has arrived, so he takes all their stuff and goes to the bathroom. He tells them to come out quickly, your cab has arrived, but the girls tell him to come inside first, we want to show you something. Now Evan did not want to go inside, but still he has to go inside. He sees that both the girls are bathing in front of him without clothes, after which they both tell Evan to get intimate with them. Now first Evan refuses, but then after a while he also feels like it, after which the three of them get intimate together all night. At the same time, the cab driver was standing outside for a long time, so he also leaves from there. Then the next morning when Evan wakes up, he sees that both the girls are missing from there. Now he thinks that both of them have left from there, but when he goes to his kitchen, he sees that both of them have ruined the whole kitchen. Now seeing all this, Evan gets very angry, but then he gets a call from his wife. Then when they were talking on video call, on the other hand, both the girls start teasing Evan. Now seeing this, Evan quickly cuts the call and comes inside. Then he tells her in anger that you only have 3 minutes. Quickly wear your clothes and leave from here. But then after a while when Evan comes to see them, he sees that they are ruining the art made by Karen. Now this makes Evan even more angry and he threatens to call the police in anger. Now hearing this, they both start laughing and say that go call the police. If they come to know that you have done all this with an underage girl, then the police will catch you instead. Now hearing this, Evan gets scared and asks them that if you are underage, then how can you be an air hostess? On this, they both start laughing and say that we were fooling you. Evan tells them that if you want money, then take it, but please leave from here. Then the doorbell of Evan's house rings and he sees that a friend of Karen has come outside. But then Genesis comes there and tells her that I have a lot of work with Evan right now, so you come later. Now seeing this, that woman gets angry and abuses Evan and leaves from there. Now Evan was very upset with them, so he starts calling the police. But then Genesis cuts the call and says that we are ready to leave from here. After this, Evan takes them in his car and drops them at a place. Then he comes back and fixes his scattered house and gets back to his work. Then at night, when Evan was doing his work, he hears the sound of something falling there. He goes out and sees that he finds his photo frame there. Now as soon as Evan bends down to pick up that frame, Genesis hits him on the head and makes him unconscious. After a while, when Evan comes to his senses, he is tied to a bed. There is Genesis there who is doing witch makeup on her face. Then Belle comes there, who is wearing Evan's daughter's clothes. Evan tells her in anger that you take it off quickly, these are my daughter's clothes. But Belle doesn't take it off and starts getting intimate with Evan. While Genesis makes a video of him and says that if you don't listen to us, we will send this video to your wife. Then after a while, when Genesis goes to the kitchen to eat something, then Evan uses all his strength to break those ropes and slaps Belle on the face and drops him down. Then he comes to Genesis to see her, but then she attacks his shoulder with a spoon and makes him unconscious again. Then after a while, when Evan comes to his senses, he is tied to a chair again. Now here both the girls start playing some games with him. In this, they will ask him some questions, and if he does not answer them, then they will increase the frequency of the helmet on Evan's head so that his eardrums will burst. Now they were playing this game when Karen's assistant Louis comes there. Actually, Louis came here to get the art made by Karen. Now seeing him, Belle hides Evan and then Genesis opens the door. Louis says that I have come to get Karen's art, and who are you? Then Belle comes there and says that we are Evan's cousins. Then when Louis goes to see Karen's art, he finds out that these people have completely ruined this art. Then he hears Evan's voice, so he runs to the room and sees that Evan is tied to a rope there. Then Louis starts opening it, and at the same time, both the girls start breaking Karen's art. Now hearing this, Louis starts going out, but Evan tells him not to go out. But Louis does not listen to him, and he goes out. Now seeing that art breaking, Louis shouts a lot and then he gets an asthma attack. But then we see that his inhaler was stolen by Genesis, and she does not give it to him. Now in the meantime, Louis's foot slips and his head dies there due to hitting that art. Now seeing this, they both start laughing and we find out that they are completely psycho. Now they both start covering his body, and at the same time they message Karen from Evan's phone so that people will think that Karen and Louis's affair was going on, because of which Evan killed Louis. Then after a while, they both come back to Evan and start playing the same game with him. Then they both tell Evan that now they will kill him too. Now hearing this, Evan gets scared and starts shouting at them. After this, they both go out and dig a hole so that they can bury Evan in it. On the other hand, Evan tries to call his wife from the iPad, but then Genesis comes there and throws the iPad out. Then they both make a ruckus in the whole house and cut Evan's hair. Then Genesis comes to Evan with a gun and tells him that we will play a game called hide and seek, and if we find you in this, we will shoot you. Now the game starts and Evan starts trying to hide, but in a while they both catch him. Then he shouts loudly and asks for help, but no one comes to help him. Then after a while, it is morning and they both tie Evan and take him to bury him in that hole. Then they both bury him, but they keep his mouth out. After this, they both tell Evan their truth and say that we will not kill you and neither are we underage. We just enjoy ruining people's families. After this, they both show a video to Evan, and it was the same video in which Belle was getting intimate with Evan. Then they both post this video on Evan's Facebook and write Happy Father's Day on it. After which they both go to find another prey from there. At the same time, Evan tries to take his hand out and delete that video with great difficulty. But that video gets liked and friends with this story ends here. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.